Hello, Dawgpound South campers. This is the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network, brought to you by Hemisphere Coffee, where they shake the hands of the farmer. All right, so we've had an interesting week in the Cleveland media. They've decided that all of a sudden Deshaun Watson is miraculously healthy enough to play, but got to get rid of him. Got to cut him. No, can't cut him. Okay, let's trade him. All right. Well, John and I talked a little bit about this on Thursday, and I wrote an article about it for Fans for Sports Network. So let's just quickly recap. They cannot cut nor trade Deshaun Watson. Let's just start with the simple fact he's not healthy enough to cut or trade. Okay, let's forget about all the terrible play that he had last year and what a lousy person he is. He's just not healthy enough. That's face facts. So, for them to trade Deshaun Watson, if they did it before June 1st, and these are numbers from Jack Duffin, everybody's favorite capologist. If they did it before June 1st, it would be $120 million in dead cap. Okay, think about that, $120 million. Now, suppose they did it after June 1st. Well, can't really. If they traded him after. This is trades. Now, they can't cut him after June 1st because they're only allowed 2 designated post-June 1st cuts, and they've already used both of them for Thornhill and Tomlinson. So, trade. He would be on the roster till June 1st. They trade him. So you're looking at dead cap in 2025 about $35 million, and then in 2026 about $85 million. Now that's based on another team taking some of the money, taking some of the cap hit. If another team didn't take any of the cap hit, then that means it would be $44 million in dead cap this year in 2025 and $121 million in 2026. Okay, so the talking heads who are proposing this preposterous notion, as I said Thursday night, think of the Myles Garrett trade. Can't be done. It just can't be done because of the salary cap. All right, they would destroy their salary cap, and his contract has done enough damage to the Cleveland Browns. Why do you want to pile on to that damage? Anybody who tells you that they should trade Deshaun Watson is ignorant. Okay, let's just move on from that. So we've got off-season training program May 27th through the 29th. Then we got a June 3rd through the 5th. Then got OTAs 10th through the 12th. I believe on this week, the 27th through the 29th, the media will be there. So we're going to have, again, you're going to see a lot of reps by the quarterbacks, rookie and veteran. Don't take anything into it. Who goes first? Who gets most reps? Who's teamed up? I mean, if they throw Flacco out there I doubt you're going to see much of Flacco. To be perfectly honest, he doesn't need the reps. The rookies do, and to some extent, Kenny Pickett does because he's new to the team, but the rookies need the most reps. So don't put anything into it. If Pickett and Shedeur Sanders are taking reps at tandem, means nothing. They're just trying to get the rookies working before the OTAs stop, and then we've got to wait till July when everybody comes back. A lot of people have asked why Judkins over Henderson. I can understand that question. I thought they'd take Henderson because he's a better pass blocker, to be perfectly honest. But Judkins runs with more toughness than Henderson does. So that's why they liked him better. I also hear that Jim Schwartz was very, very had a lot of input on the first 2 picks Mason Graham and Schlesinger. He asked for a run-stuffing defensive tackle that occasionally could rush the passer, and he wanted a linebacker who was a tackling machine. Andrew Berry got him both. So that's, if you're wondering why the first 2 picks went defense, this was a request by Jim Schwartz. The defense took a major downgrade last year, and he wants to fix it as quickly as possible, get some youngins in there. Other things I've heard, you're going to hear a lot about 2 players I wrote about in an article, undrafted rookie free agents, Aiden Huntington and Donovan McMillan. Both are doing well and have caught the eye of the coaching staff. McMillan has great range, good ball skills and awareness. He's out of Pitt, so he's going to be in the road. I have a feeling he's going to make the team. Aiden Hutchinson just needs to lose a little weight. He's got great burst, just a little weight. He's got great hands. Very impressive young man. You guys are going to hear about these 2 players. What else can we talk about? I heard a little bit today. Dawand Jones' rehab is going well. They've got him on a high protein diet. So he's losing weight. It's lost like 40 pounds. And Michael Hall is doing well rehabbing. He should be ready for training camp. So that's good news on both of those gentlemen. So let's take a quick break. Getting back to Dawand Jones, it's sounding to me like Cornelius Lucas, the free agent they picked up, might be your starter at left tackle, which is fine. That's why they got him. I'm completely happy with that. He is an excellent swing tackle, but it sounds like he's going to be the starting left tackle. Not to put anything against Dawand Jones, but the last couple of years he's had injuries. Let's face facts. And like I just said, he is doing well in his rehab. He's losing weight. He's getting rid of a lot of fat. He's adding muscle, which, let's face fact, he was a hefty individual, and that's not good for his body, especially not good for a 17-game season. So I'm very happy that Dawand Jones is getting in shape. The coaching staff challenged him, told him if he wanted to be the starting left tackle, he'd have to get in shape and stay in shape. But right now I'm hearing that probably Cornelius Lucas has the inside track to be your starting left tackle, which is fine. It's fine. And the good news about Michael Hall and his knee, he'll be ready to go when training camp rolls around. So they should be all completely healthy. So what to look for? Like I said earlier, don't get hung up in the preseason workouts. Don't get hung up on who is taking snaps first, which tandems are going. You're going to see, again, like you saw in the rookie minicamp, you're going to see an upbeat pace. They want to get as many reps for these young guys as humanly possible. I hope that translates to the normal training camp. A lot of fans, including myself, have felt that it's been a little bit too much of a country club. I'm glad they're not going back to West Virginia. I told you they weren't going to go back to West Virginia before the season even ended, because let's face facts, that is just too casual of an atmosphere. These guys have to get down to business, and they know it. 3-14 is unacceptable. They have the talent on this team to be better than that. So I want to see a more upbeat pace in training camp. I want to see a more physical pace in training camp. I don't want to see Joe Flacco taking any snaps in training camp. And if Kenny Pickett is going to take snaps, I want to be it during the joint practices and not the preseason games. Let the rookies play in preseason games. And I wouldn't even take, if Dylan Gabriel starts the first preseason game, don't read anything into it. Just this process will work out. Like I've said, they normally keep 3 quarterbacks, and they're not going to, unless one of the rookies completely stinks up the joint, which right now I don't see that happening. I see it. I see both of them making the team. So it's going to come down to Flacco or Pickett. So we'll know. You'll know. You'll watch. You'll see the. Don't put too much into preseason games. I don't. But you'll watch. You'll see. You'll see the video from training camp, and you'll understand which one between Flacco and Pickett makes this team. All right. So right now, you're going to get a lot of play on the Watson crap. Just believe me that the Browns know that he is a negative entity in the locker room, but they have to keep track of him in the locker room because of his last setback in January. So they don't want him out of their sight. They want to make sure they keep tabs on him. They want to make sure that he does everything right in his rehab so there are no more setbacks. But they do realize that he has a negative impact, although he's been playing nice. I have a feeling Deshaun Watson realizes that if he's going to continue to play in the NFL, he's going to have to sit this season on injured reserve. And if he's healthy next year, and I wrote about this, I have a feeling they can do what Houston did in 2021. Have him inactive every week. Now, that'll take up a roster spot. I don't know how the Browns are going to work through that, but that's coming in 2026. They will get rid of him day 2, league year 2027. They will take the money owed, and they will spread it over the 2027 and 2028. I also noticed on Over the Cap, there's an interesting little icon in the 2027 year. If you're familiar with Over Cap, you go to the team, you click on it, you go to the player you want to look at, and it brings up their contract. That icon says that his contract is void 5 days after the Super Bowl, February 18th in 2028. So that was a little added feature I was unaware of. So that's it for today, campers. I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. This has been the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical L's Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network, brought to you by Hemisphere Coffee. Like I always say, thank you very much for subscribing, listening, watching, and taking part with us in this process. Because after all, we're just Browns fans just like you. So everybody, have a great day. Go Browns.